Hey everyone, and happy Friday. I'm Jeff Hogan from Hogan Health and Chiropractic, located in North Glen, Colorado, and welcome to another video segment on our YouTube channel here. So it's been a while since I've kind of posted a video, and I'm actually really excited for this week's topic. So for this week, we're going to be talking about stress and how it affects our body and basically our overall health. And so before I begin, I want to tell kind of a quick little story that kind of occurred in the office this week. And so many of you know when you kind of first come in and for new patient appointments, there's a little bit of paperwork and kind of an intake to fill out. And basically I ask how your stress level is and if you can rate your stress level. And this past week I had a patient jokingly kind of ask me, who doesn't check off stress and who doesn't, have stress basically in their life. And I kind of jokingly responded, well, that's how I pick out the liars. And I really jokingly say that basically because stress affects us whether we like to admit it or not, and it's basically how we perceive it and basically how we react to it, which will determine how our body in 10 responds to it, and again how it affects our overall health. And so without further ado, I want to really cut right into the chase here, and we'll be talking about stress.
As crazy and far-fetched as this sounds, stress is a good thing. There can be good stressors and there can be bad stressors. So we experience the good eustress or euphoric feeling, for such examples after winning a contest, a promotion at work, the birth of a child, a wedding, or even a sexual experience. We also experience the bad stresses or distress after a job loss, death of a loved one, financial problems, divorce, or cramming for finals in school or a report at work. So as we perceive and experience these stressors, our body essentially goes into two different modes. We have a sympathetic response, and this is our fight or flight, excitatory, adrenaline-producing state, which can cause that sweaty, hair standing on end feeling. And so our pupils dilate, our digestion shuts down, our breathing and heart rate increases, and blood flow increases to our muscles. Did I just describe you before your big presentation or public speaking event? Contrary, we also have a parasympathetic response. This is our rest and digest, calm and soothing state. This can cause our heart rate to slow down, our breathing to decrease, pupils to constrict, activates digestion, and slows blood flow to our muscles. Similar responses after we get a massage, fall asleep, or have an intimate experience. How we perceive our stressors very much controls how our body reacts. If I'm hiking or fishing and I see a bear coming toward me, you can bet my hair is going to stand on end, my heart rate is going to skyrocket, and I'll want an increase in blood flow to my muscles so I can run as fast as I can in the opposite direction. However, hopefully that is a once in a decade, actually once in a lifetime thing. But if that becomes an everyday thing, say a high-pressured work or school environment, or a dysfunctional relationship, that is when our stress becomes unhealthy and can start to affect our cardiovascular system, our immune system, and even our reproductive system. So like I said, how we perceive stress dictates how it affects us and how our body responds. So there are many ways to deal with stress, and just some examples include exercise, meditation, breathing exercises, massage therapy, chiropractic care, acupuncture, and even reconnecting with nature.
So I want to tell a quick story that I saw online the other day that I thought was very fitting for today's topic. And so a psychology professor is giving a lecture to his students. And he holds up a glass of water, and of course everybody in the lecture thinks, is this the glass half empty, glass half full, question that we've been asked, 100 times. And he proceeds to ask, how heavy is this glass? So people are going, 16 ounces, 8 ounces, 12 ounces, and he kind of interrupts the students and he said, this glass is only as heavy for as long as I hold it. And everybody in the lecture kind of tilts their head and kind of gives that confused dog look to him, and he proceeds to say, he goes, if I hold it for 3 seconds, he goes, it doesn't bother me one bit. If I hold it for 3 minutes, he goes, it doesn't affect me much. He goes, if I hold it for 3 hours, he's like, my arm gets, a little sore, a little fatigued. He goes, if I hold it for 3 days, he goes, my arm goes completely numb. He goes, I get numbness and tingling into my shoulders, and I get this kind of cranky headache from kind of having my shoulder and my arm up the whole time. And he said that this glass represents our stress. He says that the longer that I hold on to it, that the more that it affects me. And he said the less I hold on to it and the quicker that I'm able to let it go, the less that it affects me. And so I got a little philosophical on you guys there. But I thought that this story was very, very fitting in how we perceive and basically respond to stress and in turn how it overall, kind of affects our health. So that kind of concludes our video for today. If you'd like to learn anything more, please feel free to click the source link at the bottom of the page. Really appreciate you guys tuning in and even more appreciate all your feedback and comments with everything. And we'll catch you next time. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.
Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Come on, check yourself before you wreck yourself. 'Cause shotgun bullets are bad for your health.